Hey guys, Hussein and welcome to YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to be building the last project of this series, which will be, or you know what, I shouldn't have to say the last project of this series because I am planning to add more projects to this series. And by the way, if you are not aware, like these are just 100 projects in 100 days specifically built in HTML, CSS and JavaScript. No libraries, no frameworks and nothing like that. So in this last project, or I shouldn't have to say last because later in the future I'm going to also provide a lot more projects to this series, but I'm going to just say like in this 100th project in this 100 project I'm going to be building a Wikipedia search clone. So I'm going to just create a folder, give me a name of like 100 Wikipedia search would be fine, or clone would be fine. There we go. And I'm going to create an index.html file. I'm going to also create a style.css file and also app.js file. I'm going to make it bigger so you guys can see everything a bit better. I'm going to write my doc type HTML and wiki clone. Let me just link that to my CSS and also to my JavaScript file right here. Okay, so I'm going to just hide that. And I'm going to right click on it and open it with a live server. Okay, so it will now open this file in a live server. So now I'm gonna go inside the body. I'm gonna first of all create a container. Inside this container, I'm gonna just write a header, not lowercase, but a header dash container. And then I'm gonna just write like search Wikipedia, P-E-D-I-A, there we go. I'm gonna write a span for the theme toggler. Okay, so I'm going to just write light for this case. And now underneath there, I'm going to create a form and I'm going to also provide ID to it like a search, S-E-A-R-C-H, and then form. Okay, so I'm going to remove this action because we are not sending any data to any server or anything like that. Maybe in future, but not right now. So I'm going to just write input and let me just provide a type of text, and ID will be now set to search input right here. Okay. And I'm going to also provide a placeholder of like enter search term or something like that would be fine. And let me just create a button with the type. Let me just give a type of submit to it. So, and now here I'm going to just provide a search right here. And I'm going to also provide, you know what, underneath, what are we even doing? We have to cut that from here, and underneath this div we have to place it right in here. Okay, so now I'm going to just write my search and then results right here. Okay, results, R-E-S-U-L-T-S, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to just save my file, and this is how currently things looks like. So first of all, we have a container, then we have another container header container, then we have just h1, and then we have span with the ID of theme toggler, and now we have just this simple HTML code right here. So what I'm going to do is that here I already have set up the styling right here, so I'm going to just copy that. And by the way, all of the styling and all of the code will be available on my GitHub repository, and I'm going to give you the link in the description below so that you can have access to that. Okay, so this is how currently things looks like right here. So if you click on this button, so it will just toggle the color to that what do we call a Discord color. And then if you click on one more time, so it will just make it lighter. And anytime we search in here something, so it will give us a specific article based on that, just like a Wikipedia. So that's why I give a name of like Wikipedia clone or search, whatever you want to call that. And let me just make sure that we connect that to app.js. Yep, we're there. So the first thing which I'm going to do is that I'm going to get my search form, and it will be now equals to document not query selector, but get element by ID. And I'm going to just get my search form right here, and then I'm going to just use, let me just get inside the search input right here in this case, and it will now equals to document.get element by ID of search input. Okay, so now underneath there I'm going to also get my search results like so, and it will be now equals to document.get element by ID of search and then results, R-E-S-U-L-T-S. Now let me just make sure that I selected everything. So search form, and let me just duplicate there 2 times. So then we have search input, and then we have a search result. So I'm going to save this file. I'm going to open that right here. So we have search form, search input, and search results right here. Yep, everything is working the way we expect them to work. So the next thing which I'm going to do is that I'm going to write a theme toggler elements. Okay, so which are these things? So let me just show you that. And here you can see all of the code about that theme toggler right here. Okay, so these are all of the code for that theme toggler. Anyways, so now let me just get my const theme toggler toggler, come on, double gler, and it will be now equals to document.get element by id of theme toggler. So now underneath there, I'm going to get my body, and it will be now equals to document.body, like so, because we are going to be attaching our class list of theme toggler to this body. Anyway, so now I'm going to just get my data by using this async function. I'm going to just search for, I'm going to give a name of like search Wikipedia. There we go. Wikipedia, and it will take the parameter of query. So first of all, let me just show you if you are interested in getting into more details of this API. So I'm going to just give you that link in the description below. So I just get this link from here. You can learn more about this API right here. But you know, I'm going to just give you this link in the description below. You can read about that if you want to, but if you don't, so just follow along with this video. So I'm going to just copy this endpoint from here, and this is going to be the last thing which I'm going to be copying in this video. So now up above, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to encode this query. So I'm going to just write encoded query. There we go, and it will be now equals to this encoded URI component. Okay, so I'm going to just pass my query right here. So what in the world is this encoded URI component? So basically, this is just a JavaScript function that takes a string as an input and returns a new string with a special characters URI encoded. And it's typically used in encoding query strings parameter or URI component. So before sending them into the URL. Okay, so that's how we can use that. And now what I'm going to do is that here I'm going to get my response from them. So I'm going to use my response, and it will be now equals to await. I'm going to use my fetch right here, and I'm going to just pass my end point right here in this case. And now underneath that, I'm going to just check for the error. So if we didn't get any responses whatsoever, so what do you want to do? We just want to throw this new error right here. Okay, so I'm going to just write like a failed to fetch. Let me just get my fetch search result, search result from Wikipedia or Wikipedia API dot. Okay, and then if we get some sort of a data, so we just want to convert that to JSON, like await response dot JSON, and then we are going to be just returning this JSON right in here. So this is going to be the first function which allows us to search inside of Wikipedia. Now the next thing which we have to do is that we are going to be creating another function which allows us to display the results, okay, to the screen. And it will also take a results 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 parameter. And first of all, what we have to do is that I'm going to just remove the loading spinner right in here. So I'm going to just write like a search result right here, and it will be now set to inner HTML, and it will be now set to like totally empty. And in this case, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to iterate over, let me just write results, and I'm going to iterate over through all of the results. So I'm going to use for each. You can use like for off loop or for loop or something like that, but in my case I'm going to just write a for each loop in this case, and I'm going to just specify this result right here. And now inside there I'm going to use my const URL, and it will be now equals to https and then en.wikipedia wikipedia and then .org and then /curid, and it will be now equals to this results page right here. So page ID, I'm going to just provide page ID right here in this case, and then I'm going to just write title link, and it will be now equals to this anchor tag. Let me just write anchor tag, and it will be now equals to href, and I'm going to specify it right here. So I'm going to provide my URL dynamically in this case, and I'm going to also provide a target, and in this case it will be set to totally blank. Okay, and then I'm going to also provide a relationship, and it will be now set to, and then finally I'm going to have to just provide my results start title, in this case title, not a title link, and I'm going to just close my anchor tag right here. Okay, so that's that. Now the next thing which you have to do is that I'm going to just also get my URL link, and it will be now equals to this anchor tag one more time. So let me just write my anchor tag href. You know, I'm going to just space for this stuff. Let me just close that right in here. And the next thing which I am going to do is that I'm going to render my URL dynamically, okay, like so. And now underneath there, what I'm going to do is that, you know, I'm going to just go back so you guys can see everything a bit better. I'm going to just write result item, and it will be equals to document.create create element, we are just going to be creating our div so that we can render our content into it. So I'm going to use my results item dot class name, class not list but class name. In this case it will be now equals to a result item, and now underneath there I'm going to use my result item, in this case dot inner HTML, and it will be now equals to these what do we call it, backticks right here. And inside this backticks we are going to be first of all writing our h3 with the class of result dash title, like so, and I'm going to just close it right in here, and I'm going to just write title link dynamically, and I'm going to close it right in here as well. I'm going to just render my URL link dynamically as well, and then I'm going to just pass my, what do we call it, let me just provide a paragraph with a class of result, and let's just provide our result dot snippet right here, snippet, and I'm going to just close my paragraph right here. So now we have our HTML right here. So now the next thing which you have to do is that we have to render it into the browser. So I'm going to just use search results, and then I'm going to just use append child, and it will just append it. So I'm going to just provide my result item right in this case. Okay, so that's there. So I'm going to save my file. Now we have to use this display results right here somewhere inside our application. Now I'm going to just attach event listener on this search form. Okay, so when somebody, let me just write add event listener, when somebody submit this event, so what do you want to do? We just want to pass our async function right here. Okay, so we just want to pass our async function, and we don't want that prevention like prevent default. Let's just get our query. It will be now equal to search input, and we just want to get our value, and we also want to make sure if the user provide some sort of space or something like this, so we just want to trim it out, trim like so, and that's there. Now you want to just validate their user, like their query which the user is going to be providing. If you don't have any query, so what do you want to do? We just want to print to the user like search not result, search results dot inner HTML will be now in this case set to this paragraph text, which will say like please enter a valid search term, like so, and I'm going to also close this paragraph right in here as well. Now underneath there I'm going to just return that so that it will just execute it right here. So then we have to again search, so then it will work. Anyways, so if that's not the case, so then we want to just search results, and we want to change the inner HTML of that to this single div, and we are going to be also providing a class to it. So class will be now set to spinner. I'm gonna have to use a backticks, or you know what, single quotes will be fine, spinner, like so. Yep, that will work. And I'm gonna provide a loading dot dot dot, and then let's just close it. You can provide like a real spinner in here if you want to, but in my case that loading would do. I don't want to make this UI clutter or something like that, so that's why I just go with this single loading. So I'm gonna just write results, and we just have to write our function which we have search Wikipedia. There we go. And now in this case, what do you want to do? We just want to pass our query to it. It is taking one query right here. Where is that? It is taking this query. So here in this case we are going to be taking the user input. So if that's valid, so we are going to be passing it right in here. If that's not, so we are going to be printing to a user like please enter a valid search term. And if that's true, then we are going to be printing first of all loading. If so, once the loading is complete, then we are going to be specifying this content right here. Anyway, so that will take a little bit of time. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just write if statement right here, and I'm going to just write a results dot query dot search, and then info dot total hits is equal to 0. So we are going to be writing search results dot inner HTML, and it will be now equals to this paragraph. First of all, let me just create a paragraph. It will say like no results, results, come on, results, and I'm going to just provide display results. And here what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just provide a results dot query dot search right here. Come on, search. There we go. And after all of that, inside this sketch area, what we are going to be doing is that we are going to be logging to the console error. But before I do, I'm going to change that to the error, because this is an error, so we just want to print as error. And the next thing which you have to do is that we also have to write a search results dot inner HTML, and it will be now equals to I'm going to just use backticks. You can provide double quotes if you want to, and error or please try again later would be fine. And I'm going to close my paragraph right in here. Okay, like so. And now let me just save this file. And now let me just search for something like, I don't know, coding or something like that. I'm going to click on this button. It will take a little bit of time. It will give us that loading. And here you can see we are now getting the title and we are getting all of these posts right here. It will work exactly the same, just like a Wikipedia. If you click on it, so it will bring you to that page right here, like what is the coding and all of that kind of stuff. But anyways, that's that. I'm going to now take care of this button right here. So if you click on it, it will show us a dark as a text, and also it will make the background just like Discord. So now let me just take care of that. So event listener, listener, there we go. Event listener for the theme toggle, toggler, there we go. All right, so now let me just get my theme toggler, which is this one right here. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to just place it right here, and I'm going to just attach my add event listener on it. Once we click on it, so what do you want to do? We first of all want to get our body, which we are selecting it right in here. We just first of all want to get our body, and we want to attach the class list of toggle, which is this dark theme. Where is that dark theme class coming from? Let me just save that, which this is coming from here, like dark theme. Where is that? There we go. We are just providing their background color, and we are changing their text color to white, and the background color will be this kind of a Discord color. Okay, so that's that. Now let me just use my if body.classList.contains, which kind of class? This dark theme class. So if that contains, so we just want to use theme toggler text content, and we just want to change that to dark. If that's not the case, or if that is the case, so then we want to use a theme toggler one more time, and we just wanted to change the background of that button, and we want to just change that to totally white. And we also want to just write a theme toggler.style.color, and it will be now set to this 333. Okay, so if that's not the case, so then otherwise we just want to get our theme toggler. We want to change the text content of that to light, and then we just want to get the theme toggler one more time. We just want to change that border. We want to provide a border of 2 pixels solid and then CCC. And also finally we just want to get this theme toggler, and we want to change the text content of that to totally 333. So I'm going to save this file, and now I'm going to just search for like coding one more time. I'm going to search for that. It will take a little bit of time to fetch that data, and here you can see we are now getting all of that data. And now if I click on this button, and so here you can see it will now give us this Discord color and this white color. You can change the color if you want to, but in this case I just kind of want to provide this functionality to it. If you click on it, it will also change the text content right here. So here you can see this is a dark. If I click on it, it will now give us white, like light right here. Anyways, so that was the last project. I shouldn't have to say last, because I'm going to be providing a lot more projects to this series right here, but for now I guess that will be it. So maybe I will see you in the next video, or maybe in the next course. I'm currently working on my merge stack course, so if you guys are interested, so feel free to check it out on my YouTube channel. So my name is Hussein, and I'll see you in my other courses or in other videos. See you later. Bye bye. Love you all. I don't know how to end this video. I'm gonna just say bye. I'm gonna see you in the next video.